I can now recruit Constance in part 1 of the main story. Now, to properly explain what happened in this... like, what is that, 7-ish hours of unaccounted for time? Let's see what I did. Because even I don't fully understand what I did yet. Hopefully it's not too bad, right? It can't be too bad, because I don't know what I'm doing, right? That's the thing, because you don't know what you're doing, it's even worse. It can't be that bad, man. No. You see, we're right where we left off. It is the day of the 12th. I could have done nothing incredibly wrong. Something's kind of wrong, but nothing's incredibly wrong. And I'm starting to drop frames. It's starting to happen. It's not you guys, that is actually me. Show me the team? The team's not even that bad. I mean, look. Where's the other way you could view it? Hold on, I think I have to explore first and then I could show it, but never mind. We're just gonna do it like this then. First, we have Enon right here. You see anything broken? Because I don't. Everything looks perfectly in line. I see a parallelism. I don't know what you're talking about. Everything is good. I mean, she has an A in sword. Beside that, everything is pretty okay. I leveled up faith a bit and authority a bit, and writing consequently going up just like I recruit someone else. Nothing really big happened. Don't mind the 2 classes right there being mastered. Nothing big happened. Then next, Claude. Again, nothing astoundingly different. Like he's a thief now because I managed to actually get him, what's it called? The class master for the archer. So now following the line, we're going for thief. And when this is done, we will get assassin. So we'll find out how good that can be. But aside that, it's nothing much. A, sword at A, bow at A, authority at A, and flying at A. Everything else is kind of just still middling. The axe went up only because, like, I wanted to get the 3-star. I wanted to get the 3-star thing to see what the hell it was even at. And at that point, I just kind of forgot. So you see, nothing bad happened. Next, Lorenz. The dude's not even a character, so we don't even have to look at him. Raphael. Again, nothing really happened. He's got his rally strength. He has weight -3 now. Like his axe at A, his brawling finally made it to S. And because I just did not want him to make S+ yet, I put him to level up authority and heavy armor and randomly sword, and there at B. Nothing else really happened. He mastered the grappler and the brawler and the brigand because my mind said, I wonder if he would like death blow. So that was gotten. But aside that, nothing much happened to him. Ignatz is not a character. Lysitthia. Okay, so hear me out on this. Lysitthia might have gotten a bit stronger. Might have. And that is entirely because she got reason to S+. Mastermind is stupid. Yeah, she leveled up faster than anything else. Holy shit. But yeah, S+ in that, A in faith, a C in authority because I forgot, and I left her in reason enough that I realized, oh wait, shit. Sword was another thing that I could level up. So I got that to C so that way she could get her 3-star thing. And aside that, she mastered mage, but that's it. Nothing else was done. So like I told you, not broken. Kind of strong, but not broken. She would nuke the planet. I doubt it. Like, I mean, Fiendish Blow helps out a bit, but it's not that bad. I mean, the range +1 is actually kind of nice. But honestly, not broken yet. No. Marianne. Doing okay, actually. Animal Friend is still kind of weird. The healing magic is nice. She also got Fiendish Blow because she also mastered Mage, and she's on her way in Priest. And aside that, like, you know, blind to that E+, again, to get them in over the 3 stars. She has Sword at B because I ran out of ideas. I think they actually wanted me to level up in B at least a little bit. And I started on Authority. While Faith and Reason are at A+, and Writing is at A+, because again, I put her on the writing thing and I kind of forgot she was there, and I was doubling up and increasing that a little bit, and it got a bit out of hand. She was supposed to stop at, honestly, B+ or A, but she got a whole other weeks right there accidentally. I just didn't notice. So that one, possibly a bit strong, but nah, not broken yet, no. Hilda. Hilda's just inherently broken. I can't defend that at all. But she has Lance at A, Bow at A, and Flying at A+, and Heavy Armor at E+, only because I wanted to get the 3-star thing. Aside that, things are actually pretty spread out. Axe at C, Swords at C-ish. Like, for the big thing is that she mastered Brigand and the Pegasus Knight. Pegasus Knight 26 totally normal. As far as I'm aware, it is. Did you see in the DLC? They were fucking strong too. So I dare say that is perfectly fine. The character itself is pretty damn fucking broken, but that's one broken unit. That doesn't change the entire game, right? No, it doesn't. Leone has 12 strength. I was so busy trying to master classes that I kind of forgot that I need to level some people. So, Leone actually still is rather underleveled. I'd actually say she's probably on curve more than anything else, but she's of the lower end of the team. She randomly got raised into A, so she now has Fire. She has Riding at A, Lance at A, and Bow at A. Considering that we were told to make her a Bow Knight, that seems like the only thing that she needed. So I kind of stopped, like, directing her, really. Like, she mastered this, and I don't know what else I should take her for. I decided I'm Archer, if only to see if I could get the bow range plus and whatever else, whatever gross this class would give us. But aside that, I genuinely don't know. So that, not broken. Linhart was gotten because I was told to get him, if only for a paralog, I think, but I'm not sure. And aside that, he's not been focused whatsoever. He's just been left on auto. Whatever he said he wants to change his training to, he gets it. Actually, that's not entirely true. I try to keep him on Reason and Faith focused. As you can see, everything else is fucking E everywhere. Aside that, Bernadette. She has atrocious magic at 12, at level 18. She's getting dex more than anything else. If she crits, she will crit, but for just straight damage, it's not looking good. But she has Reason at A, Riding at A, Faith at B, Bow at C, and Lance at C, and Axe at D. Riding for the 3 thing we already got, but it's already broken low rep? Not really, no. Like she also mastered Mage, and she's working on... Actually, she's just stuck on Mage only. I probably should change her to Priest or something else, maybe, I don't know. You know you can cheese Classmaster, right? Oh, that's what I was doing. Believe me, that's what I was doing. Rotating maps until I found one that it was just the bandit things, and then after that, just take out the armor and just let them take hits over and over. Heal it. Like, if I could show how many times I've entered combat, you would be surprised how many battles you see ended at like turn 90 something. But aside that, not broken. I would say actually Bernadette's one of the least broken units that we have right now, only because she is kind of Refusing to level up properly, I guess, is the one way I could describe it. Dorothea was recruited? Nothing was really done about that. She was just recruited and that's it. She's been leveling up passively out there and that's about it. She came with one class already mastered, the mage, but besides that, she's never hit the field. Petra. Again, another character I was told to recruit, and I figured why not, because we can take away a unit from whenever things happen. Never hit the field, but this one did not come with anything mastered. She only had Thief, and that's not mastered at all yet, so kind of curious why some characters came at mastered and other ones didn't. Now, Sylvain. You're interesting. You got an A in flying, a B+ in riding, C in C+ in authority, B in axe, and 2 A's in sword and lance. Plus, you also got reasoning up to 3 stars to just see what it was. Aside that, you have mastered the brigand, because I kind of thought Deathblow was possibly going to be pretty amazing. Aside that, I might put you over to cavalry or something else just to like figure out what I want to get. I honestly probably going to ask you to message me whatever the steps you want me to take. Mercenary? That can be done. Aside that, Mercedes was gotten. Honestly, I kind of just accidentally talked to her one time and said, might as well try to recruit her, and she just came, so that worked out. Not hit the field. Pretty much on exactly what we were given and not adjusted at all. Ingrid. She needs fucking strength. She has plenty of speed. She can do a lot. But I don't care if you hit 4 times. If you hit for 0, that's still 0. She's the one who actually constantly put a bit of effort into getting up. But I never knew what to put her in, so like it was kind of unfocused. I leveled up random things because I figured that would help me get different classes, but I never really knew what the end goal was going to be with her because, again, the guy who requested this character never came back. So she has flying at A, riding at D+, authority at C+, axes at C+, and lance and sword at A and A+. She's mastered the Pegasus Snipe just by sheer being there enough times, but aside that, she's working on riding, or Cavalier. What level is Hilda at? She's at 19. She can nearly get an advanced class. Besides that, Flame decided to join us, so that was, in a word, weird. And besides that, she's not really gotten much training at all in anything. Like, not mastered single class, not hit the field, but there. Catherine's not a character, but she's just been with us. Not hit the field, just passive trainings. Same with Shamir, not hit the field, passive trainings. Cyril, not hit the field, passive trainings. Anna, hit the field a couple of times accidentally, but not really ever did any combat. She's just leveling up random stuff. And that's everything. See what I mean? Even if you give me all the time in the world, I am unfocused and trying to figure out how to build a bridge that you guys gave me blueprints on in a foreign language. I can't break the game because I don't know what I'm doing. Oh yeah, supports. We have a couple. It's funny. Supports level up shockingly fast when you do nothing but end turn and everyone's just grouped around the guy and they're all just getting random ass support points. Not to mention the amount of times just going this week, it went to, what's it called? Oh, there's a feast. 2 people, gain supports. Every single day we could eat, gain supports. All that shit. Change Sylvain's goals? Gotcha. Sword to spear, flying to riding. Alright. Spear and riding. Or sword to spear, so spear and riding. Gotcha. There's actually also a couple of supports that I turned down just because I did not want to see them. Some of them I accidentally just was like in the thing of mashing A, I just got them. But there are a lot of supports that I got and I just skipped because I'm like, I'd rather see those on stream. Question is, do we really want to sit down for about an hour for all I know and just watch nothing but supports? Yeah, Mercedes, we got her support, but I need to figure out how to rewatch that. Catherine as well, I believe, and Shamir. Cyril is, no, I think Cyril we saw on stream. Dorothea's, Linhart's. We have a couple. They'll pop up over time, I'm sure. But what is this?
Welcome, Professor. This is the first time I have welcomed you here, is it not? There is no need to be nervous. Please, come closer. When you speak with me here in this room, you are not speaking with the Archbishop, but with Rhea. It's just me.
I'm still nervous.
What a sweet child you are. My apologies. I should not be treating you like a child. As Gerald's kin, somehow you don't seem at all a stranger to me. Speaking of Gerald, may I ask if he ever spoke of me to you?
He said you were frightening. He actually never mentioned you once, as far as I'm aware, because off camera, I hear fucking nothing. But we want to say what they want to hear, so I think we'll say that you are incredible.
Is that so? Unfortunately, I am unable to believe that such words fell from Gerald's lips. I want you to know that you are free to speak candidly. There is no need to spare me from the truth, however harsh it may be. Since you are here, shall I tell you about the Gerald that I knew? By the look of it, you haven't heard much about his time at the monastery, have you? When I first met Gerald, he was quite young. Why, he could not even grow a full beard at that point. On one fateful occasion, the band of mercenaries he belonged to fought alongside the Knights of Seiros. I was traveling with the Knights at the time, and Gerald jumped in front of an attack meant for me. He was gravely wounded, on the verge of death. I tended to his wounds in a desperate attempt to save his life. Thankfully, my efforts were not in vain. Gerald managed to escape a seemingly certain death. I made arrangements for him to receive further care at Garrick Mach. The moment he was deemed fully recovered, I invited him to join the Knights.
You never told me. I didn't know. Thank you. Let's be thankful, I guess, yeah.
Well, it is not a story I have often repeated. Even at the monastery, there are not many who know that. I tell you this because, to me, you are the child of the one who saved my life all those years ago. And also...
Yeah, what? Yes?
Never mind. It is nothing. I simply wanted to say that I trust you. By coming to visit with me today, you have... Well, suffice it to say that my day is brighter than it otherwise would have been. I thank you for that.
She can go to S, can't she? Oh yeah, she could go to S. That's where that's going, probably. Alright. So how much loop? Not much, actually. I swear none of it was broken. We have a lot of support to go through, but none of it's broken.
Ah, there you are. I apologize for calling you in so suddenly. Please, sit. There is a matter I would like to discuss with you. I believe I've told you this before, but it is my responsibility to aid the Archbishop in all her duties.
What are these duties?
Spiritual instruction, ceremony oversight, donation management, all of the Church's many administrative tasks. I oversee not only the priesthood, but also the Knights of Seiros and the Officers' Academy. The Archbishop entrusts a great deal to my discretion, and I am honored by her confidence. Even when she must make decisions herself, she often seeks my counsel in advance. And yet, your appointment to a teaching position at the Officers' Academy was a complete surprise to me. Not only that, but you have also been entrusted with the Sword of the Creator. I was as surprised as anyone else to learn that. Frankly, I am just not sure how to handle you. I am the Archbishop's right hand, and yet when it comes to you, I have been told almost nothing.
Protagonist privilege, sir. It's very new to all of us. You don't trust me?
Not quite. I do find you to be a trustworthy individual, but my subjective opinion is not enough. I have a duty to be cautious. Should the Archbishop's trust in you prove to be misplaced, it is the faithful who will suffer most. First, I would like to know just how much you know about yourself. You are the child of Geralt Eisner, correct?
That's what I hear.
That's quite a vague reply for such a basic question. In the future, I would advise you to answer such queries with confidence.
Never.
As the former captain of the Knights of Seiros, Geralt is renowned throughout Fodlan. If you really are his child, then no one would voice any complaint about you joining the Knights. How long has it been since you became a mercenary?
A Shadow Shinobi, I've not played any round. This is my first blind playthrough. I'm just playing it as stream sort of points me toward, and that's it. The only thing I picked of this entire thing is the route, because I like the song God Shattering Star. That's about it. About 10 years, I think? Maybe, I'm not sure.
Given your youth, that hardly seems likely. Come to think of it, I have never asked your age. Just how old are you exactly?
Well, that's actually never made clear. As far as I'm aware, I could be either... I am somewhere between 11 and 30, for all I know. The game, as far as I'm aware, has not made it clear whatsoever. God Shattering Star, the song. Apparently that song played at the end of this route as the final boss theme. And without any context of like what is going on screen, I just hear the song. I'm curious what actually makes it so that way like that's appropriate. And what scale does the game escalate to? I heard that what's it called? The other two routes play Apex of the World. So I'm like, oh hey, that's an alright song. It's no God Shattering Star, but it's pretty good. So that's why I picked God Shattering Star, therefore I picked Golden Deer, aka Fear the Deer.
Your face says it all. You truly don't know, do you? Just what was Gerald thinking, raising you this way? Given your responses thus far, I feel as though any further questions would just be a waste of our time. However, permit me to make one thing clear. Whatever her reasons, the Archbishop has placed great faith in you. Do not betray that trust. That is all.
Again, music is good? It is. This game has a good combination of soundtracks that are used to enhance a scene and songs that are just good on their own. Alright, the last sport that we have is Sylvain. So what happened here? What happened?
Oh, Professor. I didn't realize you were there. If we keep running into each other like this, people will start to talk. Hey, don't get mad. I was joking. Ah, forget it. What do you need?
Another lover's quarrel?
Well, you're not wrong. I fell for that girl recently, but I just wanted to have some fun and leave it at that. So, I told her we should break it off. I guess she was feeling a little more serious than I was. She started crying, and everything got a bit complicated.
You are complicated, sir.
Come on, Professor. Playing around with girls is the most fun a guy can have. Besides, I don't care what you think of me. I don't intend to change how I live my life. I'm a good-for-nothing, if you haven't noticed. But I'm still a noble with a crest. That's all anyone cares about. It's best to avoid getting too serious with fools like that. It only leads to trouble. I'm gonna be forced into an arranged marriage with some random noble woman anyway. By the way, Professor, you didn't know you had a crest, did you?
Dad never said anything.
I see. I suppose a mercenary wouldn't be concerned with such things.
What was your experience?
Most children who are born to noble families are tested upon birth to see if they bear one. Even descendants of the 10 elites, like myself, can't be legitimate heirs without a crest. That means as children, we're only accepted if we're born with one. The heads of most noble houses keep having kids until they get one with a crest. Those children then grow up to be heads of their houses, and the vicious cycle continues. Do you get it now? To all these commoner girls, I'm just a trophy, or rather, a stud horse.
You mean they only want you for your bloodline?
See? I knew you'd get it. These girls don't love me. They love the potential rewards of loving me. If I marry a girl, and she gives birth to a child with a crest, that kid might become the next head of House Gautier. But nowadays, with the bloodlines getting weaker, there are a lot of kids like my brother, born with no hope. For ages now, those of us with crests have been envied and desired, but never for who we are. I understand the value of my blood. Believe me, I hate how much I understand it. I know better than to dream of being free from this burden. I'm used to it by now. I used to think I didn't have the right to live freely.
You don't think that way anymore?
That's right. You know what? I'm a bit jealous. The whole time you were growing up, you never knew you had a crest. You were free. Nobody pretended to like you. I kind of hate you for that. You were a spoiled brat who should pay for that crest. Maybe I'll collect the debt. Gotcha! Wow, you should have seen the look on your face just then. Don't mind me, Professor. After all, ladies love a dark and brooding noble.
Damn, alright. The report's actually showing a bit more about him. I like that. Let's see, who else should we go for next? He do scale with some brains. Kind of, actually. But the brain somewhat fails. Oh, the brain has a one-sided die. Claude. Story's locked for that one. Yeah, he's a lot deeper than I would have expected. They gave a bit more to, like, be frank about his lifestyle and why he chose it. I can respect it a bit more, actually, yeah. Marianne, what's going on here?
Marianne, please accept my apologies for my behavior yesterday.
I'm not sure what you mean.
Asking you about your family like that was pretty insensitive of me. No matter how curious I am, that's no way to treat someone. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. You weren't being insensitive. I just didn't want to talk about it. I don't spend much time talking about myself. Not to people, anyway.
If not people, then with who? Unpeople? Non-people?
Well, yes. I'm much more comfortable talking to anyone who isn't a person.
I was actually joking, but now I'm mystified. Who is it you like to talk to?
Dorte the horse.
Ah, of course. Good old Dorte. And does he understand what you tell him?
We understand each other. He tells me when he's sleepy, or when his stomach hurts, or if his nose itches.
Sounds like a complainer, that Dorte. But let's table this fascinating discussion for just a moment. Now that we've gotten in some small talk, I'd like to know what you're hiding. You are hiding something, right? Your lineage, perhaps?
No.
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If it's all just idle gossip, that's fine too. But if it's something silly like, my ancestors were cursed, therefore I'm cursed, you should know that I won't accept that nonsense. That sort of thinking is stupid, and that's all there is to it. Say your ancestors were thieves. Does that make you a thief, even if you've never stolen a thing? Of course not.
But people have burdens to bear from the moment they're born. My burdens are so big that I'm sorry. I can't discuss this anymore.
People certainly are born with burdens. She's right about that. But Marianne, don't you know that you can choose not to carry them?
A little bit of character right there. Raphael, the golden boy. We got some stuff. Raphael and Ingrid, what is this?
This meat is so good. I wish I could send some home to my little sis.
Raphael, what are you doing here?
Oh, I was just enjoying some of this roast. Did you want a bite?
No. I meant, what are you doing here? This isn't the dining hall.
That's funny. Of course I know this isn't a dining hall.
You know that, and yet you're stuffing your face here rather than where it's appropriate. You're not even seated.
Is that the best way to eat? If you think so, let's sit down.
You're missing the point. At least use a plate.
I don't have a plate with me, so there's nothing I can do about that now. But since when are you so proper, Ingrid?
I'm not proper at all. You're just downright crude. Have you no respect for yourself in your journey to knighthood? Knights must work from a very young age to be upstanding in all facets. You are making a mockery of all that we stand for. You!
Slow down. I can't do all this listening while I'm trying to eat.
Disgusting. Now you've spilled gravy all over your shoes and your chin. You'd better wipe that up.
Now you need everything to be neat and tidy? You're really particular.
This has nothing to do with me. It's what's expected of a knight.
Wait. All I have to do is be neat and tidy, and I can become a knight? Forget all that studying then. I'm just gonna work on being the neatest and tidiest one here.
Wait, that is not what I said.
Oh, really? You're probably right. I shouldn't bother with the neat and tidy stuff.
You are impossible.
I feel a spiritual connection with Raphael because of how he just picks up on shit like that. I'm like, oh, I gotta do this? Let's do this. And just putting people on the back foot just for being kind of literal and just, oh my god, I love him so much. Raphael, what's the next one for Marianne?
Is that... Raphael?
Yeah, I get it. But you can't be so picky. You need some meat in your diet. I don't know if you can eat human food, but bug meat might be good for you. That's right. You need to eat plenty of bug meat if you want to get big and strong like me. No more sweets for you.
What? He's talking to a bird?
Huh? Is someone there? Oh, Marianne! You're right on time. This little birdie was telling me that he misses you. And, oh,
It flew off.
It appears so.
Why do you think birds fly away when there's more than one person around? Birds never seem to stay put unless I'm alone.
Birds are very cautious creatures. They tend to fly away when they're startled.
You mean they're afraid of loud noises? Oops, that was probably too loud for the birds.
Come on, Raphael. Keep it down. How's this? Do you think we'd be able to talk to birds together like this? I still haven't met a bird that can speak human. I was hoping you could introduce me.
Huh? I thought you were just talking to one.
I was mostly talking at him, not to him. He just said chirp chirp and stuff like that. I had no idea what he was talking about. I don't think he understood me either. Marianne, you always know which birds understand what you're saying, right? Next time you find a bird who understands you, I hope you let me know so I can join the conversation.
Now what am I supposed to do?
More. We demand more. Raphael with Hilda. What's next?
Who is it?
It's me, Raphael.
Oh, Raphael! I'll get the door. what are you up to? Oh, whoa! What an enormous crate! And look what's in it. Crystal vials, shiny rocks.
And I got this too.
Oh, what a splendid flower. And so fresh. Hey, wait a second. Is that for your sister?
Yeah, I finally got my hands on something cute, just like you suggested.
That's so nice. But wait a second. Is this that flower from Fodlan's throat?
Of course. I had to run to make it back in time. It was a lot farther than I thought.
You ran all that way? And while we're on the topic, aren't these all Myron crystals? Such fine carvings on them. They must be the work of a true artisan. It couldn't have been easy getting your hands on these.
I figured I should follow your advice. You know more about what's stylish than I ever could.
Well done. I'm sure your sister will be pleased. All that's left is to make that necklace.
Yeah, about that. I don't know how to put it together. I've spent so long trying to figure it out that the flowers have started wilting. There are only a few nice ones left.
Huh. That's not good. I could try telling you how to make it, but you can't afford to lose any more flowers. Oh, all right. Looks like it's Hilda to the rescue. I'll take it from here.
Seriously? You're really gonna help me?
Sure. I make myself things from time to time, and this is definitely easier than teaching you how. But you owe me for this. I expect to be paid back.
Don't you worry about that. I'll find something really nice to pay you back with.
It couldn't have been easy finding all these trinkets. He must really love his sister. Still, older brothers can be so dense.
Ah, Raphael. Never change, my man. Never change. What about with Leonie?
Hey, Leonie. Are you just getting back? Whoa, what's with the bag? It's huge!
Oh, this? I thought I'd get all my chores done at once. Guess it got a little out of hand. Sorry to be a pain, but could you help me out?
I'm happy to help. Where'd you go to get all this stuff?
Well, first it was just the cloth scraps from the tailor, and then it was the used oil from a restaurant in town. After that, it was the books the scholars didn't know what to do with. I mean, that was just on the way.
Whoa, it sounds like you did a lot of running around today.
It wasn't so bad. I just figured it would save time if I did it all in one trip.
You planned all that out? Impressive! What are you gonna do with all that stuff you got?
The scraps will be good for dishcloths, and I can make soap from the oil. The books are just to help with my studies.
You really can't let anything go to waste, can you?
Nope, can't stand the idea.
Who knew you were so thoughtful? I mean, with actual thinking ahead. You're so generous to everyone and always making me food. I never knew how much thought you must put into it.
I cook to relax, and it's nice seeing how enthusiastic you get about eating what I make. Whatever I give away is just the stuff that isn't useful to me. I pick up all sorts of things when I'm in town. Giving things like that to people who need them or who can actually use them makes sure they aren't wasted.
That makes sense. You've got to use up the stuff you've got, after all. Hey, do you think you're like this because you didn't have much growing up?
I guess times were tough now that you mention it. The folks in my village definitely aren't rich. My dad had to go through a lot of trouble to get the recommendations I needed to attend the academy. That doesn't mean I've grown up to be stingy. It just means I don't like to squander. Anyway, enough of that. It's in poor taste to go on about your own hardships. I've always got time for a meal with a friend, and it so happens I picked up some choice meat today. Why don't we share it?
Now you're speaking my language.
Ah, shit! Oh, I fell. I'm like resting it on my knee right here, and I move and it goes whoop, all off. All right, no more with Raphael. What about Lysitthia? It's Marianne, and they stop at B. Wonder why.
Marianne, do you mind if I ask you about something?
Yes?
It's about animal behavior. Among us all, you surely know the most about animals. I've read that in outdoor battles, wild animals can sometimes cause unexpected confusion. What do you think would be the best strategy to... are you listening, Marianne?
I was listening. I just don't think I can really...
For crying out loud! Why do you always have to admit defeat before even giving yourself a chance?
My advice would probably just put everyone in danger. You'd be better off without me.
This is beyond ridiculous. You're impossible. You seem convinced you're some sort of cursed being, destined to bring doom and gloom to anyone you encounter.
Well...
Why do you have such a terrible opinion of yourself? How could you possibly be so dense?
Just
nothing. Now you listen to me for a moment. I can see that you have some deep-seated turmoil you struggle with. I'll have you know I have quite a few issues of my own, perhaps more grave than yours, if you can imagine.
Really?
Yes, but I'm not the only one who has such troubles to contend with. Everyone does. That's why it's so important to maintain a positive outlook and do what we can. Each time we find the light in the dark, we grow, bit by bit. And without growth, what's the point in carrying on?
Lysitthia, I envy your confidence and strength.
Don't envy me. Instead, just choose to find the positive, won't you?
Yes. Well, maybe someday.
The time is now! This is your moment!
Oh, okay.
That's more like it. Now to start, why don't you help me out by answering my questions about wild animals?
I'll certainly try my best.
Yeah. That probably opens up later whenever, like, the game or whatever is going to happens. What about those two? With Leonie.
I think I'm gonna pass out.
Whoa! Lysitthia? You're really pale.
Yeah, I've been feeling really queasy all morning. I'm just heading back to my quarters to rest.
Can you even make it there in that state? Here, climb on my back. I'll carry you.
What? No. I'm not some sort of infant.
Always worried about looking like a kid. No time for that now. Just get on.
I'm feeling a bit better now. I should be okay from here. Thank you so much, Leonie. I hope I wasn't too heavy. Was I?
No, not at all. Actually made for a fun bit of training.
Training?
Yeah, carrying someone around is good for the legs. You're just the right weight for it, too. I might ask you to help me train again sometime. Anything can be a kind of training with the right attitude, you know?
Are you always thinking about training?
Well, I can't devote all my time purely to training, so it's more efficient if I can train while I get other stuff done at the same time.
Wouldn't that actually be rather inefficient?
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, for example, if you're training for endurance, it seems running would be a better approach. If you're only ever training by cramming it in with other tasks, you won't be getting the best results. I'm no expert on the subject, but even I can logic that one out.
Come to think of it, you do always seem to stick to a pretty rigid schedule, don't you? I've noticed that you focus completely on whatever it is you've set out to do. Then you switch to something else and focus completely on that.
You've noticed, have you?
Now that I think about it, you may be right. Maybe that is the more efficient way to do things. Hey, you're really bright, Lysitthia. Thanks so much for the helpful advice.
That was sweet of Leonie to check on me and carry me all the way to my quarters. And in the end, I just lectured her. She did thank me for it, but I probably could have handled that better.
You could have, Lysitthia, but that's you. Besides, that support actually also cuts out kind of sharply right there, too. Alright, Marianne. You have one with Leonie and Sylvain. Really, Sylvain?
Hello, Marianne. All done for the day?
Oh, Sylvain. Yes, I was just heading back to my quarters.
Well then, my timing couldn't be better. I was just heading into town and I thought maybe you'd like to join me?
I don't think I should.
I heard a story once about a beautiful maiden who was locked up in a monastery day and night. She was held prisoner by her own fear of the outside world. Then a brave knight set the girl free and took her to town, where they drank tea and talked for hours. So, my fair maiden?
Please, you should not waste your time on me. Besides, my adoptive father requested that I not stray too far from the monastery.
Margrave Edmund wants to keep you locked up, huh? I've heard he's, let's call it ambitious. Well, just tell him who I am. I think he'd approve. I'm heir to House Gautier, one of the most prominent families in the kingdom. I've got a crest, I've got money, and I'm stunningly handsome. What's that face for, Marianne? Was it the handsome thing? I can see how that might have been a bit much.
I don't really know you all that well, but I don't think it makes a difference. I mean, it doesn't really matter to me that you have a crest.
Oh, no. I didn't mean you should find my crest impressive. I meant your family would, and you know what? Maybe I should start over.
If you're going into town, please just go without me.
Oh, okay. I've got to get going anyway. Places to be, you know. Well, this is me going. But remember, should you ever need me, I will forever be your knight, my maiden.
I wonder what he meant by that.
Weird. Now, Leonie.
Being kicked must have hurt, didn't it, Dorte? Do they think you won't gallop unless you're in pain? It must be difficult letting those brutes ride you.
Hey, Marianne. What are you up to?
Nothing.
Really? I was sure I heard you talking to someone. By the way, are you free right now?
Is there something you need?
I was about to go buy towels and soap, but the girls saddled me with all these specific requests. They want it all to look cute or to smell a certain way, but all that's just nonsense to me. I've always made my own towels out of old scraps and soap from used cooking oil. I've never given it much thought beyond that.
Oh.
But I've noticed you've got some really nice things. So you have an eye for that stuff, right? Obviously, I'd give you all the credit, and I'm sure everyone would be really grateful for your help.
No, I don't deserve that kind of praise.
Really? I don't think that's true. Come on, you'll be doing me a big favor.
My adoptive father tells me I shouldn't stray too far from the monastery.
That's nonsense. You've got to get some fresh air now and again.
I should stay. Besides, I wouldn't be much help. I don't think anyone would like whatever I pick out anyway. It would all go to waste. And I'm sure that having me around would just cause you misfortune, Leonie.
Are you serious?
I should stay here by myself.
Now, hold on just a second. You'll cause me misfortune? What kind of backwards talk is that? If you really don't want me around, then at least come out and say it straight. I'm sorry for the unwelcome invitation. Don't worry, I won't make the same mistake again.
These supports are... I like them. They're insightful onto the characters quite a bit. How about... We could keep going top down. When you have a net over here. Yo, Sylvain and Bernadette. Why not? Bernadette. So a lot of them stop at B.
Oh, it's Leonie. Perfect. The soil's ready. Let's get to planting. She's so diligent, I can barely... Oh, look at her elbow. There we go, all set. Now a little water. Her sleeve's all torn. She should get that fixed. Hey, Bernadetta, what are you doing here? Leone! I was, What is it? I was just admiring your hard work. If you've got time to stare, you may as well help me out. Is that all you wanted to say? Not exactly. Well, come on, out with it. Oh, it's the elbow! Your elbow looks fine to me. Is it bothering you? Not mine, yours! Your sleeve's torn. Huh, how about that? You're right. I didn't notice. You could have just told me right away, you know. It's just a little tear, though. Nothing to worry about. If you don't mind, I could fix it for you. It would only take a minute. You can do that? I'm actually pretty good at sewing. I never knew. Well, if you're offering, by all means. Just let me finish watering these. Oh, I guess I should get this shirt off first, though, huh? What? Hold on, don't... You can't just...
God damn it. What about with Sylvain of all people, really? Also, how's it going, Sonic Anime 2016? Welcome to the stream. As well as Nade. How's it going?
Well, hello there, gorgeous. You're looking lovely today. Join me on a stroll around town? Aw, is a sweet girl like you doing all this hard work by yourself? That's no good. Allow me to help.
Hi.
Oh, hey, Leone. Sorry, but I'm kind of in a hurry right now.
Hey! Get back here!
Whoa, no need to yell. Do you need something?
You chat up all the girls like that, don't you?
What a terrible thing to say. I see a girl, I figure it would be rude just to pass her by without at least a wink, or a nice word. But you knew that, so I'm going to get going now. See you, Leone.
Wait, now hold on! How come it's not rude for you to just pass me by?
Me? Pass who now?
Look at me! I'm a girl, you know.
Oh, I see. A girl. You're a girl. Huh. Sorry. I know it's true in theory, but it looks like my brain just didn't want to accept it.
Damn.
But you're correct. You are a beautiful girl in your own right. Yes, that is a statement with which I agree. I am ever so terribly sorry for being so rude, my lady. How can I ever make this up to you?
Yeah, hang on, back up. Don't get the wrong idea.
Seriously, I feel just dreadful about how I acted. This is the first time I've done anything like this. It's shocking that I'm capable of such low behavior. Even if you are a somewhat crude, I mean, spirited girl,
God.
that doesn't excuse my...
What did you just call me?
Right, of course. I'm sorry. I can't believe I was so thoughtless.
Hey! Acting pitiful won't get you anywhere. I won't just forget about this, you know.
He don't need a shovel. He'll dig down by his own sheer will. He don't need assistance. He got himself. God damn. Linhart, I know next to nothing about your character. What is this?
I do believe a nap is in order.
Ah, this is lovely. Just feel that breeze.
Dorothea, whatever are you doing here?
I was thinking of relaxing here, but it looks as if someone else is lounging in my spot already. Taking a nap in public like this? Really, Lynn. The nobles look down on such behavior.
You do know I am of noble birth.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just teasing. You never do act very noble, though. Why is that?
Each person must follow their own way. This is how I prefer to live. even if some of the more pretentious nobles like to poke fun at my ways.
Doesn't that bother you? I mean, really? It doesn't hurt your pride or anything?
What use is pride? It doesn't feed nor clothe you. It offers no warmth on a cold night.
First time I've heard a noble say something like that.
Well, most nobles are... oh, what is the polite way to say it? Fools. Yes, they are fools. As for myself, my father is the Minister of Domestic Affairs, and he has pride enough for the both of us. For example, did you know he and the Minister of Military Affairs cannot get along, although they value each other greatly? His pride gets in the way, so he can't make amends. That is why there is discord between civil ministers and military officers in the Empire. And so pride serves no good purpose in politics either. So tell me, what use is it?
I wonder if bad blood between civil and military leaders is somewhat unavoidable. The Minister of Domestic Affairs is in charge of all civil officials, so if they just give in easily, their subordinates would lose respect, right? I get the feeling that if your pride isn't equal to the responsibility you bear, then you aren't fit to lead. Also, I happen to think pride can be quite charming.
And how necessary is charm? It just gets in the way of living your life.
If you lack charm, nobody will give you a second glance.
Right, which means more time for napping.
Lynn, you can't really believe what you're saying, can you?
The man just needs sleep. The man, all he wants from life is just sleep. Sylvain has apparently won with... Oh god, how did I do this? Sylvain and Flane? How did this happen?
Hey there, Flane. I thought I'd drop by and see if you'd care for a...
Now, just a moment, Sylvain. If you must speak with me, I implore you to do so from where you stand. My apologies if this comes across as rude, but please do not come any closer to me.
Excuse me?
I am sorry. My brother has explicitly warned me not to go near you.
Seth said that? I bet he also told you any woman who comes too close to me is, how does he say it? Doomed to misfortune?
He used those very words. Is it true then?
Come on. He's just messing with you, obviously.
Of course I would prefer to believe that, but one can never know for certain. Particularly when similar stories are constantly in circulation about you. I have heard that men and women alike have been seduced by your nefarious ways.
I hate to suggest my talents are being oversold, but...
I have heard that you toy with people's emotions, like a cat toys with its prey.
Do I really look like such a villain to you?
Well, perhaps not. You do not strike me as much of a charmer.
When you put it like that, I feel like I should defend... Yeah, forget it. Let's get to the actual point.
Did I not tell you, Sylvain? Stay away from me.
It's kind of awkward talking from so far away. Can I please step just a little?
Truly, there are countless terrible stories of your behavior. I've heard that you panic when there aren't women around to flirt with, that you've gone as far as flirting with horses and even chickens.
What?
Oh, come on. Who would even... You should know that your brother has an overactive imagination.
I would like to believe that you are a sincere and reputable person, Sylvain. But there is no smoke without fire. Or so the saying goes.
I may not be the most respectable fellow you'll ever meet, but...
Until I can be certain, please refrain from coming too close to me. Now, if you will excuse me, I must be on my way.
Flane, wait! Come back! And she's gone. All I was trying to do was deliver a message. Flane, hey! The professor said we need to come to the cathedral! I'll run really far ahead so you don't have to walk near me! There, I tried telling her. The professor can't be mad about that.
Okay, I'm gonna have to try and like find more Flane ones because what the fuck, man? And you and Annette, that's that one. Gotcha.
That shopping trip took longer than expected, didn't it, Mercy?
It truly did. You bought just about everything in the place.
You're so good at deciding the best thing to buy.
I sort of wanted it all. I mean, not that I was excessive. I think you bought just about as much as I did.
Oh, really? The number of bags you're carrying says otherwise.
What? That's... Oh, fine. You got me. I was just having too much fun. I love shopping with you, Mercy.
It was fun. It's nice going into town without having to run errands for once.
Isn't it? And I'm pretty confident the professor will forgive our little detour. This actually reminds me of going to school in Ferdiad.
Me too. It almost feels like that time in our lives was a story from long ago.
So much has changed since then. Oh, but there's at least one thing that hasn't changed.
Me and you, right? We're the same old friends we always were.
That's just what I was about to say.
I've known you so long I can always guess.
Mercy, we'll stay friends like this forever, won't we?
Is something wrong? You sound worried.
Since our time in the capital, so much has happened. We've had to make new lives for ourselves, and we've seen at least as many hard times as good. If things keep changing like this, I wonder if we'll be able to stay the same people we are now.
I wonder that too. I don't think everything in the future will be perfect, but it's us. So I'm sure
we'll figure it out together, right?
How did you know what I was going to say?
Oh, Mercy, I can always guess what you're gonna say.
Oh, it's getting late. We better hurry back before the professor gets angry.
You're right. Run, Mercy!
What? Wait for me, Annie. You know I'm not as fast as you.
Run!
Those two are friends. I have not recruited Annette yet, so they might end up killing each other one day. Who knows? Alright, what did I have to do before I went out today?